Hey everybody, Raul here for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the extraordinary honor of catching up with bassist, synth bassist, producer, composer, session player of so many years, Pops Magellan. Yay!
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, Pops. We've run into each other in the past in NAMM shows, but we've never really had the chance to sit down and chat in detail. So we always like to go to the past. How did you get started in music and particularly on bass?
Yeah, that's a fun question. Actually, my family, my dad used to play guitar and my brother used to play the drums. And I was the young, my brother's 5 years older than me, so he picked the drums first. And my dad got a guitar for him, so they started like jamming in the back room of our house. And I was just like walking around, like, can I join you? Can I play bass? So it was kind of like it was very natural, and I have no idea why I picked the bass. I just thought the bass was cool,
Hmm.
and I was like, I want to play bass. And my dad was like, your hand's too small, all that conversation, you're a girl. I was like, I want bass.
Nice, nice.
Anyways, yeah, that's how everything started.
Got you. And are you self-taught or did you pursue further studies?
So I thought, actually, I would like get a lesson here or there, or but I was like, for me it was like, okay, I'm gonna play bass. Oh great, this is a band. Jump in and start playing.
Hmm.
So I was just like on the road since the beginning of my journey as a bass player. I was just playing with my family's band. We had like a corporate band kind of type. We play like events, like all type of events, and started like the business started growing since day one.
Hmm.
And I was just playing every weekend. I was like so young and just playing. So I know I was going to school doing things as a normal kid, but at the same time, on the weekends, I would travel with my family to play. So that's how I kind of started playing bass. I didn't go to school or anything.
Nice, nice. Well, and for people that may not know, you are from Brazil, and Brazil has a whole lot of music. When I think of Brazil, I think of all of the possible musical variations, whether it's samba or forró or whatever. I mean, there's just
So
tons and tons of musicality. So, but you have been out on the world stage. You've played a lot more than that, and you've played with acts as big as like Adam Lambert and all that exciting stuff. Tell us a little bit about all that work with all these artists.
oh yeah, it was a it was a long way to be on this stage, but well, I've been working with Adam for over like 3 years. I actually got a call before the pandemic when moved, like very recent when I moved to LA. I moved to LA late 2019
Hmm.
and got the visa, got everything ready, started kind of working, then the pandemic hit. But in that, like, I think it was like around, I don't know if it was November, December 2019, I got a message from Adam's tour manager. And I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
on Instagram, and but didn't work out because of the pandemic. So
Yeah.
much going on, and was on tour with another artist. Anyways, time flies away. Pandemic, we all like locked down, and then I was working with Willow. The same week I got the Willow's gig, I got a call from Adam again. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, everything they say about LA is true. The opportunities are really here.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was just like out of word of mouth, like when people recommend you,
Hmm.
was how everything happened to me. I spent a lot of time like trying to build relationships here and get to know people and show like this is who I am, this is how I work, and I want to keep working. I want to just get the opportunities. I want to keep them. So this is how it happened. Like I did like some work with Willow and ended up like playing with Avril Lavigne because of that, Travis Barker, and there was like a bunch of things happening. But like when I got Adam Lambert gig, I felt like, oh, these people are really cool. I feel really comfortable here,
Hmm.
and it's like it's nice traveling with them. Everybody's so cool. The music is cool. Adam is such a nice person. And then we started like just like keep going. They kept calling me, and then we kind of like logged in,
Yeah.
and that feels really good to have a room that you just always come back. And I got to perform in a lot of like really cool stages with him, festivals and all the fun stuff.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, and in addition to working with all these artists and doing session work, you have an upcoming EP, Damage. Tell us about that product.
Then this is like being guys something that when I moved to LA, I was supposed to release music, get here and release, but I was like, oops, life is very complicated. Like I'm starting from zero in LA. It's like it's a huge deal, so I had to do a lot of work. So I kind of took a break there, start building my reputation, doing gigs and stuff, and then I got in a moment now that it was like last year actually was last year. I was touring, still doing a bunch of stuff, but I was like, oh, I need to take a break and focus on my own work, like on my own music. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. I'm gonna just keep in the loop of play for other people and never do that, right?
Mhm.
So I moved to Joshua Tree, and I was like touring, going to Joshua Tree. I would go out on tours, and I would just like sit down and work and be creative. I don't take any gigs anymore and finished it up like the EP got super creative. It was super fun to be there. It was very like helped me to grow, like my creative process and everything. And then EP is ready. I started releasing music in August. For song, yeah, was August 2nd. Misunderstood was out.
Mhm.
My first tune August 2nd, and my second tune was out November 7th. It's called Deep Thoughts. And that's it. I keep rolling, just keep going. Now I won't stop.
Nice. Well, and the kind of the theme again, especially with the song titles and listening to the music. Now that you tell me that you were working on it at Joshua Tree, a lot of it seems very introspective, kind of looking into yourself. What is your creative process when you're doing that kind of stuff?
It was like definitely a journey of the introspection, a lot of like self exploration and
Mhm.
kind of healing. I was like I went through a lot when I moved to LA. Was personally I would need like a week with you to go over everything. It was like a lot, and even before I was in Europe, so my life has been like it's very intense. So I kind of like needed some time also to heal and chill,
Mhm.
rest, think about who am I, like what am I doing, where's my voice, so yeah, definitely was a time for like finding my voice, like really defining that, and I need to be true to that. It was me like facing myself, like you gotta do this and it's now.
Interesting. And I know a lot of times when musicians do this kind of musical journey, there is a healing process that comes with it because it's kind of like you get it out. So it was all inside and it's all mushed up there. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, I get it out. You go, okay, I feel better. I said what I needed to say. Have you had a similar experience with that?
Totally, I think music is so healing. I was able to absorb the process to get out of my head so many things, like if you look the name of my songs, they're like
Yeah.
all like my damage, deep thoughts, misunderstood is all like I think this EP for me is definitely like me putting it out. Like there's so much here and this weight here that I'm putting out through music. And who knows, my next album is gonna be more like like because then I know that the damage of thinking now, like damage, deep
Yeah.
thoughts is kind of like, yeah, I got it.
We've seen a lot of artists that have phases. And so if you think of many acts, I mean, like even like just reflecting on the Beatles, when they started, they had kind of the 60s Motown sound, and then they had some of their own sound, and then they had time when they were seeing the guru and they were doing
Right.
the kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and you're kind of going, okay, we're along with them in whatever's going on in their journey. And so this you've added us to your journey as well. So again, we could all hope that in the future we'll see some upbeat and happy
Yeah,
tunes
no,
as
totally.
well.
Yeah, totally. I'm just like all about the journey, whatever it is. I just want to enjoy that, put it out, whatever feeling it is.
Well, and we should definitely ask, how do you get your sound? What kind of gear are you playing on?
Right now, I'm playing F bass, 5 strings. Marcel built that for me. It's like a shorter scale. It's not a short scale, it's 32, 32 and a half.
Okay.
and the bass is like maple neck. It's so comfortable, so great. I play also Music Man. I've been playing this Stingray short scale. Music Man is so funky, so easy to move around. It's like it's fun bass and sounds really big.
Mm-hmm.
I have my jazz bass for strings that I'm always playing the turquoise one color, really fun, amazing sound, of course. And I play Mustang a lot. I use half wounds on that bass, and I use that bass to write a lot, especially melodies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very like it's a butter
Mm-hmm.
sound, like it kind of like sliding on the. So yeah, these are my main bass at the moment. And I use a bunch of pedals, but right now I'm more using get really into phaser. So I really like that sound, and I like trying to reproduce like synth sounds on my bass. If you listen like to songs like Misunderstood, there's a lot of melodies that I play with weird sounds. It sounds like a synth, but it's actually a bass.
Mm-hmm.
I use Seymour Duncan pickups on my bass.
Okay.
That's why I got like sounds like her. So especially the Mustang, it's perfect. They did a great job on my custom pickups. What else? So much about gear.
Do you have a preference in strings?
I've been using Ernie Ball.
Okay.
Yeah, we just started working together, and then it's just really great sounds. Like I'm really into flat wounds now, so I got a way too obsessive with it. But yeah,
It's if it works, it works, right?
yeah,
And amplification wise, do you have any particular preference? I think when I saw the video for Adam, you had what, Aguilar behind you?
yes, exactly. Depending on the gig, it
Okay.
really depends. I love Ampeg, and I really like Aguilar, especially for pop gigs. More groovy stuff, and Aguilar is just works, and it's really easy to have
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
here everywhere. And Unpeg is amazing. Unpeg is Unpeg.
Yeah. Well, and again, a lot of times if you can get just that clean sound, and then if you're running it into a pedal chain, you've got a good foundation to start with, and then you can kind of change and play with it. But right out of the box, Ampeg has a classic sound, and for most part, again, Aguilar does as well. So lots of great stuff there. As we look ahead, what plans are in the works? I know there's the EP. You've talked about perhaps other projects. What is in the future for you?
Oh, been working hard on it. There's like I'm all about like releasing music and stuff, but I'm planning a show.
Oh,
Here in LA next year, early next year. I will share more details about it soon. But I have a lot of cool things coming up, especially around my project. So I'm really like focused on this now. And yeah, I'm just super excited to start playing live. And hopefully I'm gonna go to Brazil next year. Can't tell like much more yet, but I really focus on growing my numbers, streams, and everything, so I can go out and play live shows.
nice, nice. Well, and if people want to know what you're up to so that they may be able to go to your shows and attend what you're doing, where's the best place for them to look?
Instagram.
Okay.
I use Instagram more than Facebook, but everything that I post on Instagram goes to Facebook too. Just more responsible on Instagram, but my websites. Once I start posting dates, I'm gonna add to my website too, like show dates. And I think that's it. Instagram and my website.
Good, good. Well, and we should mention the name of your website, and that is iampops.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Pops, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. It's so exciting to catch up and hear all of the things that have been happening since we crossed paths at the NAMM show pre-pandemic. So it's been
Right.
a minute.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So we appreciate that, folks. You've seen her here on Bass Musician Magazine, Pops Magellan.
Yeah. A pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.